Hello, I'm Jerry Ford, the beer review guy, excuse me. Jeffrey Marsh wanted me to do a Fat Tire versus a Samuel Adams Boston Lager. So I finally acquired the Boston Lager and I'm just now getting around to doing it. It's a decent price, so I thought, why not? It was under $10. So a 6-pack. So I've had this for a little while. I've been saving one of them to do this little comparison. So Jeffrey Marsh said, Fat Tire versus Samuel Adams Boston Lager, best head retention, lacing. He said use a Yuengling traditional lager for a palate cleanser. Well, I'm not going to get into all that. I just don't have time for palate cleansers sometimes. I'd just use a bottle of water, but let's just go with what we got here. It's a little breezy out today. Whoa, wow. Why is it doing that? I didn't think dang. I wasn't prepared to do that. This one's not doing it. So yeah, I'm using the Boston, my lettered glass from the Boston Lager. I think it's been around a little bit longer than the Fat Tire, so. Okay, so there's a definite big difference here. The Boston Lager didn't give me much head right here at all. But the Fat Tire did. I brought them back both out, standing up. So the Fat Tire, it's considered an amber ale. The Boston Lager, it just says a lager, so it's not necessarily an amber, but yet it looks like one. Distinctively complex and balanced. Samuel Adams was a 5%, and the Fat Tire is a 5.2. Okay, you got a little cloudiness on the Fat Tire. The Samuel Adams it's got a light cloudiness. It's not that much. So there was more like some sediment in the bottom of this bottle. So we've got a head on here that's, it's keeping its head. So, is that a good thing? This one's almost gone. Well, Samuel Adams Boston Lager smells really good. And so does the Fat Tire. So the Fat Tire has a little bit more yeastiness to it, a little bit more strong yeast aroma. This has it a little bit, but not as much. It has a little bit of yeastiness, but yet just a lager kind of aroma. Four ingredients, painstakingly chosen. Every year we travel to Bavaria to hand select Hallertau Mittelfrüh hops and the High American plains for the first 2 rows summer barley. We cultivate our own finest 2 rows, our own lager yeast, and I personally sample every batch. All our hard work goes into brewing the distinctively flavorful and complex beer for you. Cheers. This doesn't say what's in it. Okay. Yeah, you do get hops in there too. Now that it's been all mentioned, I can smell it. But this smells like it has 1 or 2 hops in it as well. Couldn't tell you which ones. All right, let's check out this old Fat Tire. Medium body, light carbonation, nice, sweet, yeasty taste. I do get a hop in there. Nice dark bread crust aftertaste. A little malty. Get the malts on the back end. All right, let's try this Boston Lager. Also close to a medium body, light carbonation, a little bit more carbonation than what the Fat Tire's got. Nice, almost a kind of a citrus hops there on the back end. You get a sweet breadiness also, little bread crust aftertaste. They're both nice and smooth. Yeah, really good. So on head retention, not totally sure what that means, and that's a little embarrassing to say, but I'm gonna say how long the head lasts. That would be the Fat Tire. It's still got a little bit on there. It's got decent lacing. Boston Lager doesn't have a whole lot. Fat Tire has a little bit more. Excuse me. They're similar in a way, you know? I mean, I can tell they're different, but yet they do have a lot of similar characteristics to them. It's hard to say that one's better than the other because they both have really great flavors in different ways. You get a little bit more, of course, hoppiness, hops flavors from the Boston Lager. Maybe a little bit more yeastiness on the Fat Tire. And yet the colors are really similar. I mean, do I like one more than the other? The thing is that I'm not hard to please when it comes to these kind of beers, which which makes it hard. If I was real picky, this would be a really easy decision. Excuse me. Yeah, you get a little bit of a bitter kind of citrus kind of thing on the back end with the Boston Lager. It's a nice, pleasant aftertaste. This one you don't get that. You get a very, very light, dark bread crust kind of taste. I guess between the two, the Boston Lager with that little bit of a bitter citrus kind of a thing, a bitter citrus kind of hop thing on the back end is pretty pleasant. I guess I could say that I prefer the Samuel Adams, but this is not very far behind. It's like right on its heels in the way of a pleasant, you know, tasting beer. So there you go, Jeffrey. Samuel Adams, this is a pretty popular beer. It has a lot of fans, excuse me. Both brown bottles, both blue and red colors. That's interesting. Excuse me. The ABV is so close you can't really tell. Either one, plus 5% is not, it's not very high at all, so it's hard to get the alcohol on real flavorful beers like this. So yeah, there you go. All right, Jeffrey, hope you enjoyed that. I hope it was the outcome that you looked for to happen. It's just hard to say sometimes, but just that characteristic of that little bit of a citrus kind of a hop. I don't know. It doesn't list citra hops, but that's kind of the taste I'm getting, whichever hop that is. Yeah, it's kind of like a orange peel a little bit or something. Okay, I'm getting to there. I thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'm out here today. It's 88 degrees. 88 degrees in the Sahara Desert. Supposedly we had some Sahara dust come through. My wife thinks it's still in the air. I don't notice it. Saw it, you could see it yesterday. There's a little bit of a haze, but can't see it today. But there you go. All right. See you on the next one.